Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. Today, I am going to take one problem on how to formulate an LPP from a given set of information. So, here is the information. A farmer has 100 acres of farm. He can sell all tomatoes, lettuce, or a radish and can get a price of rupees 1 per kg for tomatoes, rupees 0.75 a heap for lettuce, and rupees 2 per kg for radish. So here a farmer has how much? He has 100 acres of farm. So here we have constraint in the form of land. Here how much acres of land is available? Only 100. And this farmer, he is growing, he is cultivating tomatoes, lettuce, and radish in this farm, and he can get a price of 1 per kg for tomatoes. Whatever is the output of tomatoes, he is going to sell 1 rupees per kg, right? He is going to sell per kg tomato for 1 rupees, and then he is going to sell the total output of lettuce, whatever is the number of lettuce, a heap of lettuce he is producing. Out of that, he is going to sell each heap for how much? 0.75 rupees. Then he is going to sell a radish at rupees 2 per kg. Now if we see, the average yield per acre is 2000 kg for tomatoes, 3000 heaps of lettuce he is producing or cultivating, and 1000 kg of radish. Now if we see here, the total income from tomatoes, because he is selling tomatoes at 1 rupees per kg, so he is cultivating, his total yield of tomatoes is 2000 kgs, and per kg price is 1 rupees. If he is selling 2000 kgs of tomatoes, he is going to get how much? 2000 rupees from tomatoes. All right, then 3000 heaps of lettuce, this is the total output or the yield per acre. He is producing how much, or cultivating 3000 heaps of lettuce. This is the total output. And what is the price of each heap? Each heap price is 0.75. Now when the total is how much? When the total is 3000 and price each heap is 0.75 rupees or 75 paisa, so the total income from the lettuce is how much? It is 2250. How? 3000 into 0.75, so we are going to get 2250, right? Now if we talk of this, if we talk of what? If we talk of radish, so what is the total output of radish? The total output of radish is 1000 kg, and per kg price is 2 rupees. He is selling a radish at 2 rupees per kg. The total output of radish is 1000. 1000 into 2 rupees is how much? 2000 rupees, right? This is the income from his output from this 100 acres of farm. Now he is incurring some expenses also here in the form of fertilizer. Fertilizers are available at rupees 0.5 per kg, and the amount required per acre is 100 kg. So the total fertilizer which is required here is 100 kg for the total farm, right? 100 kg for each tomatoes and lettuce. No, here this 100 kg of fertilizer is required for tomatoes and lettuce. This is required for this 100 kg is required for tomatoes and lettuce, and 50 kg is required for how? For radish. This is the expenditure he is going to spend on what? On the fertilizer. Now other than fertilizer, this farmer, he requires a labor also. For what? For sowing, cultivating, and harvesting. And how much labor is required? Per acre is 5 man days for tomatoes. For tomatoes he requires 5 man days, and radishes. and 6 man days for lettuce. So 5 man days are required for tomatoes and radish together, while as for lettuce 6 man days are required, and a total of 400 man days of labor are available. So the total labor available here is for all tomatoes, radish and lettuce, and the total required of man days is 400. So on labor we have a constraint of 400 man days. And here rupees 20 is the cost, it is the cost per man day. So 400 man days are available, and each man day costs rupees how much? 20 rupees. So from this what we have to do, we have to formulate an LPP model and maximize the farmer's total profit. So we have to find out max Z here. So let us go for the solution now. Now let us say x1, x2 and x3 be the area for growing tomatoes, lettuce and radishes respectively. Fine. Then it is given in the problem that the farmer produces 2000 kgs of what? He is producing 2000 kgs of tomatoes and 3000 heaps of lettuce and 1000 kg of radish, right? Now if the area which is under cultivation for tomatoes is x1, then we know this 2000 is the per acre output, right? If x1 is the area which is under cultivation for tomatoes, then x1 is the total area under cultivation for tomatoes. Then the total output from this x1 area will be how much? 2000 to x1 kgs of tomatoes. All right. And x2, we know x2 is the total area which is under cultivation for cultivating lettuce. 3000 is the like a number of heaps which the farmer is producing from 1 acre. If x2 number of acres are available for cultivating lettuce, then the total output from x2 area will be, or x2 number of this what do you call that, acres of land will be how much? 3000 into x2, and 1000 kg is the per acre output of radish. If x3 is a total area which is under cultivation for a radish, then 1000 into x3 will be the total output of radishes from the total area of x3 which is under cultivation for radish, right? Now in order to find the total sales for the farmer, what we have here, we have 2000 x1. This is the total output of tomatoes from x1 acres of land, and we know the price per kg of tomato is how much? It's 1 rupee. So 1 into 2000 x1 will be the total like sales from the tomatoes which were produced on x1 acres of land. And the total sales of, if we talk about now the heaps of lettuce, x2 is the total area which is under cultivation for lettuce, and 3000 is the output per acre of x2, and 0.75 is the price of per heap. So the total sales from x2 acres of land for 3000 heaps of lettuce at 0.75 rupees. This multiple, when we multiply this will be the total sales of lettuce, or the total income from the lettuce. So similarly, if we talk about this last one, that is radish, we have x3 area which is under cultivation, x3 number of acres of land which is under cultivation for radish, and the per acre output is 1000 kgs of radish, and the per kg price of radish is 2000. So this will be the total output of what? This part is the total 1000 into x3 will be the total output from the x3 acres of land under the cultivation of radish, and when we multiply it per kg price of tomatoes, we are going to get total sales from these radishes, right? So when we multiply this 1 into 2000, we are going to get 2000 x1 plus 0.75 into 3000, this is 2250 x2 plus 2000 x3 when we are going to multiply this figure with the rest of the figures. Right. Now this was the sales income for the farmer from the total output from 100 acres of land. Now this farmer, he is spending on the fertilizer, like there is fertilizer expenditure, and in the problem it is given, I will show you. Here fertilizers are available at rupees 0.5 per kg, and the amount required per acre is 1000 kg for tomatoes and lettuce. Here when we talk of the tomatoes and lettuce, we know like the total area which is under cultivation for tomatoes and lettuce is x1 and x2. That means on x1 and x2 how much fertilizer we need? We need 100 kg of fertilizers, and this 100 kg, this is per acre. Per acre 100 kg is required. That means we are going to add x1 and x2 into 100 kgs, because we have x1 and x2 acres of land available for tomatoes and lettuce respectively. How much is required for each acre? It is 100 kg. That is 100 into x1 plus x2. And what is the price per kg? That is 0.5. So we are going to multiply all that with 0.5. And then for radish, how much is required? 50 kg is required for radish, right? So 50 kg into 0.5 into x3, this would be the total expenditure of fertilizer on radish, right? Now see here, this is the fertilizer expenditure here. This is x1 and x2, the land which is under cultivation for tomatoes and lettuce, and 100 kg is available per acre. So we are going to multiply it by 0.5, this whole figure, right? And 50 kg is available per acre for the land which is under cultivation for radish. So we are going to multiply this 100 into x1 is 100 x1 plus 100 x2 plus 50 x3, and then when we multiply it, 0.5 into 100 is how much? It is 50 x1. Then 0.5 into here we will get 100 x2. So 0.5 into 100 x2 is how much? Again 50 x2 plus this 0.5 into 50 x3 is how much? 25 x3, right? This was the fertilizer expenditure here. Other than fertilizer expenditure, the farmer is also incurring some expenses in the form of labor. So let us go for the labor now. Labor cost here. So labor cost is this. Let us see from the given information how we are going to calculate this. Now see here, this is the information. Labor required for sowing, cultivating and harvesting per acre is 5 man days for tomatoes. That is 5x1 is the total labor which is required for tomatoes, and 5 man days for radishes also, and 6 man days for lettuce, right? So we represent tomatoes by x1, then lettuce by x2 and radish by x3. That is 5x1 plus 6x2 plus 5x3, right? Now here we have a total of 400 man days of labor available, and the cost is how much? It is 20 per man day. So we are going to multiply that by how much? 20. So let us go for this. Now here we have 5x1, which is the 5 man days which are required for tomatoes. Then we have 6x2, that is 6 man days required for what is that? Second one, lettuce, and 5x3 is for radish, and the cost of per man day is how much? It is 20 rupees. So if we multiply this, 20 into 5x1 is 100x1 plus 20 into 6x2 is 120x2 plus 20 into 5x3 is how much? It is 100x3. So this is the total labor cost here. So till now I have calculated the total sales from radish, from tomatoes and lettuce, and we have also calculated the total expenditure in the form of fertilizer and in the form of labor. Now we know if we want to find out profit. So how are we going to calculate profit? Profit is equal to sales minus total expenditure, right? Now if we see this sales we have calculated in the previous slide, I will show you that. Now here this is the total sales, that is 2000 x1 plus 2250 x2 plus 2000 x3. This is the total sales from tomatoes, lettuce and radish to the farmer. So we are going to take total sales this figure, right? So here we have this 2000 x1 plus 2250 x2 plus 2000 x3, and then we have this expenditure, which is the expenditure on the fertilizer. We have calculated this fertilizer expenditure also. I will show you that. This is the expenditure on fertilizer, that is 50 x1 plus 50 x2 plus 25 x3, and same we are going to take there. So same we have here 50 x1 plus 50 x2 plus 25 x3 minus this is what? This is the expenditure on labor or the labor cost to the farmer. This also we have calculated in the previous slide, you can see it. Now here is the total labor cost. This is 100 x1 plus 120 x2 plus 100 x3. This is the total labor cost. Now we know this part is sales. When we talk of this one, this is sales here. This part, if we see, this part is the sales. This part is what? This is the cost on what? This is the cost on fertilizer, and if we see this part is the cost on labor. So when we are deducting all these expenses, these two expenses, if we remove from or deduct from this sales, we are going to get profit. So we will be having 2000 x1 minus 50 x1 minus 100 x1. If we talk of these three, x1 and here we have x1, right? So this is minus here because we have minus here, so this will become minus 50 x1 minus 50 x2 minus 25 x3 minus 100 x1 minus 120 x2 minus 100 x3. So these all here will be minus, so this will remain positive here. So we have here 2000 x1 minus 50 x1 minus 100 x1. 2000 minus 100 is how much? It is 1900. 1900 minus 50 is how much? That is 850. Then we have 2250 minus 50 and minus 120. When we deduct it, we are going to get 2080 x2. Then we have 2000 minus 25 and minus 100. When we deduct it, we are going to get 1875. So this would be our profit, or I can say this would be our objective function, that is max Z is equal to 1850 x1 plus 2080 x2 plus 1875 x3, right? And in the problem it is given we have constraint in the form of the land which is available for cultivation and the number of man days labor which are available here. Now we have said like let x1 and x2 plus x3 be the total area which is under cultivation for potatoes, for tomatoes, then lettuce and radish, and the total area which is available for cultivation is 100 acres. Like we have less than or equal to 100 acres of land which are available for cultivation. So we are going to write down x1 plus x2 plus x3 is less than or equal to 100 acres of land. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 is less than or equal to 100 because we have only 100 acres of land which is available for the cultivation. This is the first constraint. And the second constraint that we have here is in the form of man days labor, or the labor that we have available here. And we have only 400 man days available. Only 400 man days are available here. As 5 man days are available for what? For tomatoes. Then 6 man days are available for the second one, that is lettuce, and x3 was radish, and we had 5 man days labor available for radish, and the total man days available were 400, right? So we had 5x1 plus 6x2 plus 5x3 is less than or equal to 400. Now if we formulate LPP from this given data, we will be having max z, which is our objective function because we have to maximize the profit. Max z is equal to 1850x1, which we have calculated, plus 2080x2 plus 1875x3. Subject to constraints, this is x1 plus x2 plus x3 is less than or equal to 100, and this is the constraint of what? This is the constraint of the land which is available for cultivation. Then we have 5x1 plus 6x2 plus 5x3 is less than or equal to 400. This is the man labor that we have, or man hour labor that we have available for cultivation here, right? Then x1 and x2 should be greater than or equal to 0. This is how we can calculate or we can formulate LPP from a given set of data. Hope you have understood like how to formulate an LPP from the given information. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, comment and share my videos with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.